Naruto Shippuden, Clash of Ninja Revolution 3.
Play through the story mode. Fight in various types of battles. How many players?
So, in case you didn't see from last stream, okay. So, we tried this fucking mode of all things. Be like, oh, this is gonna earn a lot of money to spend like how many stages you get. Like, no. It was 600 each time. So I'm just like, that's dumb. Well, to find out this one gives you more money, and like, you get to like 10 rounds, you're guaranteed like 6,000 a piece, like every time. So I'm just like, alright, so obviously we're doing survival for this. And then we have this monstrosity where you literally have to in order to get characters, you literally have to do the percent like you did in fucking Revolution 2. So, yeah, and we're basically doing survival to grind up money for characters, and then after that, we are going straight back to mission mode. We literally have to do like, God, how much is it? It is a goddamn lot. I will say that, and it's like close to like 200,000, and I'm like, that's fucking annoying. Like, words cannot describe like how annoyed I am that, hey, you have to grind in this fucking game. And I'm like, this is really, it was annoying to do it in 2, and it was annoying to, like, less annoying to do in, the only thing about, Clash of Ninja Revolution 2, where it was annoying there, was that, was a percent bullshit. Where it's just like, you literally have to, you have to do like a certain amount of missions for everyone. And like, with that, it basically boiled down to, the last characters I need to unlock were, One-Tail Naruto, One-Tail Naruto, Sekisei Sasuke, and Awaken Byakuya Hinata. And like, the first 2 were easy to get. Like Sasuke and Hinata were easy to get. It was Naruto who was the problem, because you literally had to do like, I think like all his, like a certain amount of his missions. I fucking hate that move, but yeah, that was like the most annoying part about it. And I'm just like, I fucking hate dealing with that. I'm just like, I hate dealing with this, where it's just like, money is not like easy to get in this game. Like, it really isn't. And this AI can be fucking bullshit at times.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
You will ruin my perfect old lady.
Get ready.
Yeah, everybody and their mom are playing Sparking Zero right now, and I'm just like, I wish I cared enough to, like, get a game early like that. I said this last stream. Like, the only game I remember getting early that I can think of, like, in current year was, Trails to Zero. That was the only game I got early, because, Walmart shipped that, like, I think a few days before, so I got to play that like a little bit earlier than, like the Nintendo release date. Only time that shit happened, so. And I was like, I'm not going on my way to do this for Dragon Ball. Like, I like Dragon Ball, but not to the point where, like I'm not doing that, alright? I'm not buying a whole nother version for this. Like, especially given their track record of, like, this comes with the season pass, and then we're gonna announce another fucking season pass. Like, I didn't even do that shit with Soul Calibur, and I love Soul Calibur. Like, that's my go-to series, like, my go-to fighting game series. I'm like, I bought the season pass, but also because, like, literally all the characters I wanted were in that season pass. So, I was like, there was never, like a question just like, man, do I have buyer's remorse buying this? Like, no, because, like, I got Tira, I got Cassie, I got Amy, who else was part of that? I want to say, was 2B part of the first season pass? Like, I feel like 2B was. Yeah, I think 2B was part of the first season pass. Because I know in the second season pass, the Sham Show guy was, the guest character. What the fuck are you doing? But I mainly got the second one for, Hilda and, Hilda Seska.
Battle is over. Winner.
I better stop acting like an idiot in front of her.
Oh, hey, it's Eve on legs.
First round. Begin.
Please don't kill me. She's doing my strategy, man. She's still doing it. Oh, I thought that was gonna break the barricade. Well, mask is off. That's cool. I forgot what her hidden potential is. Doesn't matter if she's dead, but I know Naruto's that he could go one tilt throughout the chakra, but oh fuck me. Okay. Well, it's been a good run, guys. We made it to like 13 fights. Don't be a cheap bastard about this. Oh, you bitch. Yeah, you did, dick. Yeah, I still find it funny that people are losing their shit over Grade 8 Vegeta. That I will say that like brings back those oh god, Hinata's gonna kick my ass again. Hinata's gonna kick my ass again. And I was like, that brings back the good old PTSD from Tenkaichi 1. That literally has to be like the worst Grade 8 fight in the goddamn series. Oh my god! I do not like how she could fucking correct herself. That's the most annoying.
Battle is over. Winner.
I'm not surprised. I don't know how the hell you got 30 wins with Neji, but god.
Let's begin.
I just wish there was a faster way to earn money, man.
There's no escape.
That's because God, man.
Get ready. First round. Begin. Winner. Get ready. First round.
When it's like 6 for 1,000, I think we started like 48, so. Oh, at least not dead.
Action.
Get
So,
ready.
gosh, news. Genshin's getting their
Begin.
Genshin's getting their update later in the day. I pre-installed it yesterday. That was a fucking disaster because for some reason, whenever I try to update Genshin, like they just be like, "Yeah, no, your connection's off." Like they do that every time. It's like it's either like it goes from fucking megabytes to download to kilobytes, and then it takes a sweet ass time. Like there's no way this taking this long when like on my PS5 and Switch, it's just not even like they don't have this problem like download data. And mind you, I'm not doing the thing which is like, oh, you're obviously running something else with it. Like, no, I'm not. And I was just like, I make sure to like turn everything off where it's like, alright, something else is like using the bandwidth or whatnot, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, that's not me. I was like, if I know like something's gonna be downloaded for like a good while, I take time to just be like, hey, just start immediately, or I make sure like there are no distractions. So I'm like, this. It's weird that this kept happening, and it happened again when I turned my PC on today. Like it's like before the stream started. I'm like, the fuck is happening? So like for that, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to what did I could say?
Get ready. First round. Begin.
I'm gonna try a tiger lady, cheetah lady, or leopard. I forgot what she was, but I'm gonna try her out. Try to pull for her. Like again, like I said, if I get her, cool. If I don't, it's a guarantee for not Himiko, because I don't know about Chasa. I don't know about her, because I'm like I'm pretty sure I have my fill of animal characters at this point. Like I like her design, but I'm just like I'm like I do not want to deal with another animal character. And then in Honkai news, they announced Sunday as a playable character. So yeah, I'm more waiting for King Young to show up than fucking Sunday, because I'm like Sunday's like Dan Hung about Byron Lune, where I just like I don't see the hype. All right, I'm just not seeing it.
Get ready.
Like
First round.
I get what the dude's motives were. Like it was one of those like good intentions, just bad methods, because that whole trying to have like the whole like I make the decisions for you. You don't have to. Basically, like having everyone. Oh, that's just like that's like kind of spoilers for Pentaconi, but yeah, I just really don't get why Lily didn't like that. I was like I never knew, like, because she said that's like why she doesn't do Honkai art anymore, like because Pentaconi took itself too seriously, and I'm like I was like that's, or she just didn't like Pentaconi. I'm like, okay, that's that. I was like I was like I thought Pentaconi was good. Like it was like a really, because they had you like questioning like was was it okay to say like in a dream state instead of like face reality, that type of situation. And those are always like I feel like morally gray situations, like every time was like it was literally the embodiment of like everyone's situation is different, and they all have things they don't want to face a reality, so why deny them that?
Get ready. First round. Begin.
Cause I'm like, if someone's on their deathbed, like, wouldn't it be best, like, you know, to like let them live out the life they want to live instead of like, you know, like literally waking up like in a hospital bed or strapped onto like some type of life support? It's like those type of questions where it's like you really gotta think about it. Maybe someone's just like really unhappy with their life, where they are, like in their, in like the real world, and they're just like, I in this dreamscape to like escape that, but that's just, you know, escapism. Jesus. So that's how I always found like the like those discussions like, you wanted, like, I want a utopia, a perfect world. It's just like, yeah, you get. Oh my god, why are you like this every fucking time I fight you in goddamn survival mode, you jackass? But yeah, that angry outburst aside, I just thought like it is a good topic because Ava did it like with instrumentality, like, and Kogias did it with them trying to like the real reason for like what happened to Lelouch's like mom and their plans with that, with the world to see. So like that, it was just like those moments like that that they stick with you. I can't say the same for like the Infinite Tsukiyomi bullshit and Naruto. Like that wasn't even like a whole like, but you get to live, you know, the lives you want. I was like, that's night and day compared to those. Like that's not even a make you think moment. That's literally you are literally going to die, and then while you're dying, you're literally living like your best moments. It was like, you know. Like, I never got the reason behind that. It was like, who would pick this? And I was like, right, you got the dude who literally started a war for this bullshit so he can be in love with a fake. But I was like, crazier shit has happened in this series. Anko, please. Anko, please. Yeah, if you want, like, the like lamest villain origin or motive in that series, look no further than fucking Obito. Fuck you, 1010. But yeah, I was just like, dude, she wasn't into you. And this guy gets to go to goddamn Ninja Heaven? Like, make that shit make sense. Fuck me. It's not enough talk. Ugh. I got one last one in me. I love you guys have potential the most because she can slash her ass twice. Oh, fuck, did you knock my mask off? Oh, fuck off. This is actually the far as I got, like, in terms like any other character. So I'm glad it's you guys of all people. I'm not happy about this. Oh, God.
round. Begin.
Yeah, I won't be touching Sparking Zero till fucking Friday, so don't expect me to be out of my way looking for spoilers or whatnot. That's not the type of person I am. Fuck off, guy.
Everything I do is for the
And same for Metaphor, so that's gonna be fun.
First round.
I think you guys gonna kill me. Got a hunch. Yep, you guys going to kill me. Nope, I kill you guys.
Everything I do is for the
Get ready. First round. Begin.
Why is it you again?
You missed.
You should not have any fucking chakra. And I gave him chakra, so he's probably going to kill me. I hate this guy so much. Fuck you, Daedara.
Mission
Like, I hate fighting him. Like, I really, really hate fighting that guy. Yeah, this is where... Dick.
Mission
Do they have to get a special intro? Probably do.
Don't take it easy on me. Give me your all. Yes, Lady Tsunade.
Okay, they did. I was like...
First round. Begin.
She is going to kick my ass.
Thank you for the match.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
I hope the grind in Dragon Ball isn't as annoying as it is in Naruto to get characters, because I'm like that's the one thing I can at least look back on. Like finally, I was like, it was outside of that bullshit with Budokai 2 and 3, where you just have to keep doing the meme. Right, your ass can block this, so. Thanks for hiding underneath that rock. Yeah, regardless of his potential again, he can block specials, so yeah, I'm glad he hit underneath that rock. And welcome back, Evil on Legs. Oh, and what was it? Cap Cups? Cap Cut, that actually did work wonders. Oh my god. I knew one of them was gonna block all of them. I knew it. I was like, one of these bastards gonna block both slashes. It just happened to be her. Neji's gonna kill me. I just know Neji's going to kill me. Fuck you. Yep, dead. How the hell am I still alive? Now I'm dead.
Battle is over. Winner. I hope I can win the next one too.
Fuck you, Neji.
Let's begin. Who's going to fight?
Alright, let's go, Tintin.
Leave it to me.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
Over here.
Why is he our first one? Oh, blue and green. Okay, that makes sense.
Winner.
Did I go too far?
I love that this is the only series that does Tintin justice outside of the Ultra Ninja series, because in Storm you just keep pressing square and that's her combo, and it's kind of disappointing. Where it's just like Weapon Master literally does not use any other weapons, so I'm just like she just throws them. That's it. Not part of her combo or anything.
Winner. Get ready. First round. Begin.
Over here.
Hey, I swear to God, I hit that move.
Take this. Battle is over. Winner.
I told you not to go easy on me.
Get ready.
I will say I preferred like the white and red, but that's just me. I use too much power.
Winner.
We're done already.
Get ready. First round.
Yeah,
Begin.
just something about the white and red, like that complement each other, or that age, whatever. Like I like Tintin's like OG design, so.
Over here. Over here.
It's like it's like Cheryl fighting Archer right now. And I said it before, like, Tintin's Hidden Potential is that, she doesn't drop her weapons after, like, yeah.
Battle is over.
Again, perfect couple.
Begin. Battle is over. Winner.
Should have gone easy on you. Don't let down your guard because we're friends. Like my master.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
Reminder that Tintin did not become Tsunade the princess because she didn't have medical chakra. And it was also explained in Rock Lee's Springtime Youth manga. So, why did Kishimoto refuse to talk about that crucial detail on the one we literally only found out about Tsunade from fucking Tintin wanted to be? Whatever.
Told you not to let down your guard.
I was just like, Tintin was the main one who said she wanted to be a fucking top medical legend ninja like Tsunade.
Easy on me and you'll regret it.
So I'm like, it baffles me that they never explained why she wasn't a apprentice. So I'm like, I was like, shit makes no sense, man. Like, you got her biggest fangirl and you're not, you never address that. You only address it in a spin-off manga. Again, that's like Kishimoto in a nutshell. Like,
Over here.
I feel like he's like how Toriyama was with, like, I forgot there was a thing, and he dodged all that, and that kind of pissed me off, because, again, he literally forgot the Byakugan was a thing, and I'm like, my guy, you did a movie about this, so where the Byakugan was literally a plot device and a plot point, so how the hell you gonna tell me in Boruto, like, the little, you know, the inauguration, the chapter for Naruto, like, how the hell you gonna tell me that you forgot that the Byakugan was a thing, and then you gave it to Himawari? So I'm like, whatever, man. It's up there with, like, Kurama coming back in Boruto too, where, like, part of his chakra was, like, in Himawari.
Get tired of acting like that.
I was like, if that's the case, then what about Boruto? Because Boruto was, like, should also have some of your fucking chakra. I'm like, don't do this. Like, I was like, we don't need everyone to be top players in, like, this little tree arc thing we're doing right now. Like, we don't need everyone to be involved. I'm like, it's bad enough. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give, like, we don't even know what the hell Sarada's fucking Mangekyo does. Like, we don't know what her Tsukiyomi looks like. We don't know what her Susanoo looks like. We don't know, what other abilities she got. Does she have Amaterasu? Or, you know, maybe she has, like, another, they're gonna give her the Renegade at some point. I don't know. But Boruto right now is, like, a chaotic mess. Does she at least say anything about Tsunade?
Don't go easy on me.
Oh, for God's sakes.
You'll make it.
Get ready.
I thought she did, but
First
no.
round. Begin.
Just one thing.
Oh, fuck me. But,
Over here. Take this.
okay, we're doing this again.
Over here.
Battle is over. Winner.
Told you not to go easy.
I think the wild part, it's just like,
Get ready.
it's like Boruto for me is just like I don't like it when like sequels try to like contradict themselves, like especially pre-established stuff. Like don't do that. That's my pet peeve. Like like how I will always get on fucking 13 suitcase for that. I got on 13 suitcase for that. Oh fuck you. But and I even got on like Soul Calibur 5's case for that. Where it's just like you literally like don't do that. Where it's like you literally like contradicted how these characters acted in 4. Like you went from that and then again like the main offense of that is like Keelik, and I will not. I'm never living that down. Hell no. I'm like that's the most blatant character assassination I've seen since fucking Lightning and Lightning Returns. Well, in fucking 13 too, because she basically reverted back to like I need to do this by myself. I do not need like my friends or anyone else. I'm like, Lightning, your entire character arc in OG 13 was that you don't have to do this by yourself. You have a support system. You have people you can rely on. You don't have to play the tough soldier anymore. It's like you don't have to build up like you don't have to play this facade, okay? And only for that to get reverted in like the book like in 13-2 and then in Lightning Returns. I'm like, then what the fuck was the point of her having character development then if we're just gonna revert her back to like this like like Cloud at the beginning of FF7 type bullshit. I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, I get she's supposed to be like a surrogate for Cloud, but don't. Like, not even Cloud did that. Like, he didn't regress that badly. I was like, people complain about having children for that, for like, oh my god, Cloud's being depressive. I'm like, he's constantly getting flashbacks of like the two people important to him fucking dying. Like, he's seen both of those deaths firsthand. Did people forget that? I'm like, did y'all forget he literally watched like Zach March's death reach out to him and be like, don't go, like in a don't go matter, like how Aerith was literally stabbed in front of him? Like, did we watch the same thing? We play the same games? Because I'm like, some of y'all be like, I can't believe he's acting this way. Like, this is character regression. I'm like, sure, man. Like, there's not one last fuck you from the guy who he basically, like, ruined his life, so whatever. What do I know? But with Keelik, God, again, you expect me to. This is a love, like, story, love, like, relationship that was building since Soul Calibur 1. And you expect me to believe, like, the payoff to that is Keelik getting Jean-Wa pregnant, denying her feelings, by the way. They're just, like, and they had sex, right? And Keelik just leaves? I'm sorry, what? He just leaves? Even though, like, there's part of him that likes her back? I'm like, no, not my Keelik, no. Like, I was like, I refuse to believe this. What the hell are we doing here? Then Jean-Wa goes on to, like, marry the dude she humiliated in the first fucking game? Are you fucking for real right now? I'm like she settled down with him. Had, like, Leisha and, like, I think another daughter. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I was like, that's that type of shit. I'm like, I can't get behind.
Let's see how much stronger you've gotten. Yes, Lady Tsunade.
Get ready.
Yeah, literally mini Tsunade and God. But yeah, I'm not a fan of like the whole power creeping thing with Boruto, or just like, yeah, these are supposed to be like our new people to get behind, like for the new generation. I'm like, no. Like, I don't find this shit believable at all.
Battle is over. Winner.
Thank you for this.
Well, probably Boruto and Sarada because, you know, fruits of their, like, considering who their parents are and considering how, like, there are stark opposites to them, so I'm like... But them, I'm just like... I'm still, like, call me whatever, I'm like, will always be Kwaki's biggest hater, because I'm like... He got the side treatment for me, where it's like, oh, start off cool, and now look at him. I asked myself that, like, Boruto literally asked him that, like, when he, like, comes back. I was like, what the fuck have you been doing these past 3 years? Like, for me to do this to you, like, and for you to get beat by these people. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I also keep forgetting Code was supposed to be a threat, and then I keep, like, honestly... Like, the moment he ran away from the problem he caused, I was just like, yeah, no, you can't. That's twice, Boruto. That's twice you did this to me, where it's just like, this person's a threat.
He hasn't changed at all.
Like, this person's a threat. You should look out for him in the future. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Like, you did not make this guy the least bit believable. Like, you did for a bit, but then you also just like, and no. He couldn't control the tree people, so he did. He did vow revenge, and I'm like, and reminder, in another timeline, where he does in fact kill both Kawaki, like, when Kawaki kills Boruto and proceeds to go fight him, he loses. And, like, that same timeline, he loses control of the tree, and, you know, he couldn't control it, and the Ten Tails is revived. So, yeah, they're both as bad, and, like, when it comes to being frauds, and be like, this guy's a threat. No, they aren't. Don't try to tell me they're a threat. They're not. But I could go, like, for hours on, like, all my problems with Boruto. Like the fact that no one from the anime shows up outside of, like, the fucking class prez. That still annoys me something fierce. Where it's just like, you literally had all these characters, and you did nothing with them. And it's as bad as, how I felt with, like, the later My Hero chapters when it was, like, coming towards the end. Where it's just like, you literally had all these characters, and you did jack all with them. You literally just said, hey, it's the Zuko, Bakugo, and Toradaki show. I'm like, that's annoying. Don't do that. I was like, you don't introduce, like, a whole bunch of characters and then relegate your series to, like, revolve around 3. Like, because then you just get Naruto. Like, that's literally what Naruto became, like, after Shippuden. It became the Team 7 show. And it still continues to be the Team 7 show. Because, again, those other teams don't exist. Like, outside of, like, Team 10. And I was like, that's sad. And that's all because we already know who Chocho, Inojin, and Shigeta is. That's the only reason. If it was anybody else, like, you best believe... God, fuck you, Itachi. Okay, how did... Fuck with these... He just let me do that. I fucking hate those crows, man. I don't care. Whatever, man. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna go back to mission mode. Because 100,000 should be enough for, like, the 10,000 characters and whatnot. Because I think the only full team we have is literally Team 7 and Team 8. Like, we don't have any members of Team 10. Well, Team 9. fuck. I was like, I don't, like, the only member of Team 8 I have is Hinata. So, like, only Team 7 and Team, yeah, Team 7 and Team 9.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
And I also have to, like, someone on Twitter reminded me that, I forgot fucking Dynamite is on at,
Evasion is the most important skill for a medical ninja.
did you just say evasion? What the fuck? Whatever. But,
First round.
someone I follow reminded me, like, oh, by the way, remember, Dynamite is coming on at, 9 tonight. It's not 10, it's not, well, not 8, because that's when NXT is coming on, so,
What I can't do
it's not trying to, compete with, like, NXT, so, it's just like, remember, it comes on at 9 instead of 8, and I made the joke saying, like, oh, so you don't want us to watch the Big Bang Theory while that's happening. I was like, okay, some fan you are. Like, it was a joke. I was like, thanks for the reminder, though. Because I certainly, like, I knew it was coming on, I just didn't know the time, so. It's still weird that they didn't announce the card beforehand.
I'll probably need more than one finger this time.
Oh, that's cute.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
You think that was also another thing. I'm like, Naruto and fucking Tsunade are cousins, so why didn't we explore that more? I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I guess you're still a kid after all.
I was like, she knew Kushina, so why the hell didn't she do more for Naruto? Like, that's also falls under the category of, like, why didn't more people do more for Naruto? But I was like, that's its own can of worms that I don't like going into, because you still have people to this day defending the third Hokage, and I'm like, but like, no. Like, many of Naruto fanfics have taught me, like, Sasuke the Uchiha literally had just as many enemies as, you know, Minato and fucking Kushina. So, don't give me that bull, like, they did it for his protection. I'm like, Naruto's not the type to, like, he can keep a secret. I'm like, he kept a secret of the fucking fox for, like, the longest. People only found out about Kurama after Naruto left. Like, after the time skip. He didn't say a peep to any one of his teammates about the fox. So, the fact that, you know, Hirozen couldn't trust him with that, it's just like, yeah, fuck this guy. I'm just like, you literally told him about the fox, like, after... No, he didn't even tell him about the fox. He found out from a fucking traitor of the village that he had the fox in him. And I'm like, that didn't give you, like, the okay to be like, alright, since you already know about this, you need to know about your parents. And they try to pull, like, a lot of fanfics pull out the whole, he wanted him to be mature enough to find out or make tuning or whatever. But I'm just like, it's his fucking parents. You could at least gave names. Anything. He's an orphan, for God's sakes. Just tell him his parents loved him or something. I don't even think he get like, literally. And another thing, like, a fanfic literally points out the fact that Hinata is literally the only one who told Naruto directly that they love him. Like, really. As far as he remembers, it's like, it's just like, they were like it was like posed as a trick question, where it's just like, hey, who's the first person to ever tell me I love you? And he's like, and Hinata immediately said, like, obviously your parents. It's like, no, like, that I've heard. And he was like, she's like, that's not fair, because, you know, we're not, she didn't, because she thought, like, he heard it in the academy. It was just like, nah. So she stumbles and gets, like, that Iruka told him that. It's like, no, it was actually you. You were the first one to say it to, to me directly. Like, and he rightfully pointed out, like, everyone, you know, they don't outright say it, like Kakashi and them, like, they don't outright say it, that I know they love me, but they don't outright say it, but you said it to my face, like, directly towards me, so I'm like, they never, that's also another thing I just get annoyed that they don't bring up. I'm like, Hinata is literally the only one that told this guy that the orphan starved for affection that he's loved. So is up there, like, you know, the impact of that is up there, like Kaoru telling Shinji that he's like he has the right to be loved in Evangelion, because at that point Shinji is like at his goddamn lowest, and here's this guy who literally tells him it's alright to, you know, you deserve to be loved, alright? Like, no matter what. Like, no matter what life throws at you, whatever goes your way. Oh my god. Fuck off. Okay, why isn't my thing glowing? Can I not do the Mito regeneration? I guess not. Because I was just like, that's, my ass should be glowing, and that should be like a freebie for me. But it did not happen. Like so. I guess because it's a free heal, like, it costs like a lot more. Fuck off. But yeah, I'm like, it's just so much that Kishimoto left out that I'm just annoyed that we won't ever, like, it's not going to be like, alright, he's going to do what Toriyama did and make, like, little books, saying, like, detailing, like, the details of, like, what's happening, because, you know. No, fuck, I was just like, I'm going to dodge, and then I'm going to fucking activate it. That was not happening, so. Because I'm like, there's just so much potential there, and just, it's kind of left undone. So I'm like, that's annoying. So, again, it's one of those things where you literally have Fanon to expand on it. So, alright, who's all 10,000? You, this cheap bastard. I'm gonna go straight to mission mode with these guys anyway. Team 8's done. Alright, so let me bring out the calculator again. Put that up there. Okay, that's another goddamn run. Cool. That came down to be 152,000, like, out excluding Bondo and Kakashi. So.
Back again.
Actually. Is this gonna tell me how many? Okay. 25%. Cool. Wait, what was my lock percent? Was that 31? Okay, 31%. Alright.
Check out all the ways find in various types of battles. How many players? Alright, let's begin. Pick your challenge. Okay, mission
There's a Conqueror again. What the fuck? Why the fuck's Akiba?
Let's start our practice battle. Who put you in charge? Get ready.
Shut up.
First round. Begin.
Mister, I'm gonna be Hokage too. Like, he's supposed to be Naruto's other rival, but does jack all. Except that cool transformation in the Sakura Retrieval arc and does fuck all. Again. Team 7 show. Never forget that.
Battle is over. Cleaner.
Did you guys hear me? I said I'm gonna be Hokage too. It's like, we heard you. It's just the shock that Sasuke's here is just like, you know, it gets on you. Like, oh great,
Get ready.
it's her.
First round. Begin.
Dead. Yeah, it was overkill, but it's fucking Kurenai. Yeah. I made my disdain of her like very apparent. Miss, I always specialize in genjutsu. Doesn't teach her goddamn team any goddamn genjutsus. What the fuck are we doing here, guys? Hell, didn't even teach Miss. Oh, I have perfect chakra control, and you know would be good with genjutsu. Didn't even go teach her some shit. I'm just annoyed with like all the fucking inconsistencies with this goddamn series. It's up there with, like, you know, not doing shit with, like, Ino's, like, ability, like, to mess with the mind, you know? Like, the most they did right, and I say this right, is, giving her the ability to communicate telepathically, and giving her, like, in charge of, like, the information network in Boruto. That's about it. I was like, there's so much we can do with this. I'm like, it annoys me. It's up there with like Tenten in the actual series, where it's just like, you can do so much, and yet they just keep holding you down. And again, the least said about Sakura, the better. I was like we will be here all goddamn day if we're talking about Sakura again. I made a whole video about that, so. Yeah, because I'm just like, there's, ugh. It also, like, I forgot to mention in that, that Saib is a good husband thread, that there were people against the goddamn hospital that, you know, and fucking Sakura want to run. I'm like, I'm sorry, there are people... Why are people fighting for this stuff? I'm like, you are the same assholes who did this when Tsunade won the medic program. And that came to bite you in the ass during a war. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, we can't even do the whole, well, they live in a peaceful era because, God, Konoha and fucking peace just... Those are two things that will never see the light of day, because I'm like, every time you guys come from a peaceful goddamn era or whatever you think is peace, like something comes up and it like upsets your entire worldview, where you think like, oh, you thought you were safe, to like, haha, you actually aren't, you idiots. And this is why like Vegeta rightfully called fucking Gohan out for that shit in the Buu Saga. It's like, what the fuck have you been doing? Like, you're supposed to be the strongest one out of all of us. You're supposed to be like the new protector of like Earth. So what the fuck have you been doing these past 7 years? And that's why me personally, like, I can never have my characters do that. Like, for the life of me, I was just like, I've seen countless times where like people thought they were safe, and then new threat comes, new threat like beats the shit out of like the main characters, and then everyone's like stuck looking stupid. It's just like, well shit, what do we do now? Like, there's a new threat and we don't know how to deal with it. I was like, geez, we were like prepared for like any and all future threats, but you know, that's just, you know, wishful thinking, I guess. I also forgot like the My Hero movie is coming out too. I was like, oh, God, man. I was like, I forgot this was a thing, and I was like, this is gonna be the last My Hero thing we see. Oh, he has white. That's a cool color. I was like, I'm definitely picking this next time. But is Akamaru brown? Okay, Akamaru's brown. Of course he is. I don't really use Kiba like that. Like, my brother does. I'm not a Kiba fan, so. Same for Shino. Like, he plays both. I don't. I only like Hinata. Like, it's not like Team 7 and Team 9 where I can play all their characters like confidently. No. It's just no. Like, I only like Hinata. I don't care about the other three. The less said about their no good teacher, the better. Because, again, we'd be here all day.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
God. I think Shino's dead. Yeah, Shino's dead. Does Kiba even get the wolves in any of these games? No, I don't think Kiba does. Yeah, Kiba doesn't get the wolf in any of these games except like Ultra Ninja 3. I was like, that's wow. I just thought about that. I was like, that's some crazy shit. But don't worry, we won't be touching those games for like a good while. Like, I think I'm Naruto out after this. Like, after this and the EX special games, I'm like, we're not touching Naruto for a good while.
Get ready. First round. Begin. Not over yet.
Like, if anything, we'll probably move on to like Dragon Ball next. If not Dragon Ball, then probably like the One Piece games I've fucking downloaded.
Done it this time.
Mind you, the ones with the 4K dub, like not Pirate Warriors. Like, as much as I would like to do like Pirate Warriors, I only have I have 3 and 4, so, and both of those are on the Switch. like my brother bought
Pick your challenge.
he bought the first two, and I still don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure you can still like even games that are listed. Like, as long as you got it in this download, you can still get it. Because yeah, like I told him straight up, like Pirate Warriors 2 was getting delisted, so like like that's what he had. Like, it's still on my PS3, so like anything was just like. If like there's any Pirate Warriors games left to play, it'd probably be that one since it has over the story mode. So there's no way in hell I'm winning this with people. No.
Pick your challenge.
Let's get this out of the way.
Okay, mission start.
What is it, Asuma? So you can just.
Get ready.
Why the fuck is it Hinata?
Begin.
This is like the most one-sided fight ever. I also find it fucking hilarious that Kurenai is a DLC character in the Boruto game. Like, Naruto, Boruto connections. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. You didn't make it to the base roster, so you're DLC. Despite being like the sensei of Team Goddamn 8. Because again, Kurenai was in like the base roster for like the Open Ninja game. So like for her to just be like, alright, I'm DLC. And then I guess Storm started because she was assist only in those games. So
Might as well get started. Get ready. First round.
because that's its own kind of worms, where it's just like Storm started that shit of like characters being assist only, and I was just like, some of these guys could have been actual characters. I'm still upset Korosuchi was on that, because I'm like, I like Korosuchi. I'm sorry, not sorry, but like, yeah, for the moment I saw her, I was like, that is a cool character. I was like, it's like, sure, it'd be cool, like they gave a moveset to her or something. Same for like well, I'm not gonna kid myself, like, there's no way in hell, like, they were gonna think of a moveset for, like, the likes of, like, Maki and Pakura. Like, I was just like, that's just wishful thinking on my ass.
We got this. Battle is over. We did it.
Nice one, Asuma.
Winner.
Sweet dreams.
That's the drink of a generation. But, I just, oh, God.
Pick your challenge.
Like, I feel like whenever I touch upon the Ultra Ninja series, I will literally air my grievances of, like, why I stopped caring for, like, the Storm series, and why, every time I see CyberConnect 2, like, I work on something, like, I have a sense of, like, internal dread. Literally, I'm not making that shit up. It's not even overreaction. I do not like seeing their name on shit. I was like, that's the main reason I avoided the later Naruto games. Like, I didn't touch Boruto, Storm 4, Storm Connections, whatever. I didn't touch Demon Slayer, and what was the other one? And that's the main reason I didn't touch Kakarot, because I was just like, no. I was like, I know how these people work. Fuck them, and no. Can you please stop throwing paper bombs at me?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Finish this. Can we finish this? Demon illusion. Rewind death.
I don't know why people find her attractive. Also, too, like, she got the Rangeku problem. Where it's like, they have no fucking character, man.
Please.
Like, their one character is what you see of them with their first appearance, and I'm just like, and people just find them hot. I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, I was like, you gotta be more than a pretty face for me to like you and be endeared to like your character. Like those just them the breaks, all right. Like it could be so many people, so many characters that look pretty and then just have like shit personalities or no personality at all. So, God, this reminds me of the goddamn story mission. I'm a fair knuckle brawler. They should put me in a fighting game. His ass DLC too. I just thought, no, he should be in the base game, because, you know, the whole fucking hiding things. I think the most disturbing thing I ever seen for fucking that happened to Asuma was like so dude did I think it was like Zero Arashi Uchiha. He did a Naruto Korino Inu crossover, right? So tell me why he like, for some reason, I forgot what the reason was, but I think it was because like Volt was already dead at this point.
I'll be mad if you take it easy.
But I think it was like Celestine, or like she ended up like putting his soul into like Asuma's, and so Asuma was like slowly become like Volt. And if you don't know who Volt is, he's can we even call his ass a protag? God, hell, like, he's like the main villain of Korino. Like, well, like, it depends, like, which side you're on. Like, whoa, my guy, that's fucked up. But yeah, just, you know, if you want to know his motive, it's just like, women are made for one thing and one thing only, and that's all you need to know.
Get ready.
I was like, as someone who like you know, I'm probably gonna get laughed at for this, but there was a time that I actually did I still do, so it's like it depends like the series, but like there was a time I watched hentai for the plot, so, and that was like one like the major plots for it, where it's like, oh, it's like like the one that come to mind is like Dakuji. Like you could like, that was like the main one that was like really story heavy, like outside of you know, those moments, but still it was like a good time. There was less like the stuff like love stories, like Cafe Sisters was a good one, like romance stuff. I'm trying to think what else.
What do you look like?
But like I don't go out of my way to go for like the extreme hardcore stuff like out the gate. Like, you know, like I like Murakami, I like his stuff, but it's just like you kind of like go to like the, you know, the same stuff territory. Same for like every Poro plot under the goddamn sun. That's another thing. Like they use just like, God, we literally have like one character type and one character type only, and we will keep using this, and we will keep using this setting. So I'm just like, Jesus, man, can I get some diversity here?
Get ready. First round.
I'm like, how many schoolgirls are you gonna keep doing with like the other, like with the older guy, and you know the teacher, and the just step siblings and whatnot. I'm like, you can only do this so many times till, like, you know, you get burnout. I was like, not everything needs to be only Chi-Chi, man. It's like, and that's literally, like, their bread. I was like, I get that you're bread and butter, but come on, man. God, I hate all of you right now. I think the wild part is, like, finding out, like, they're, like, the people who, like, did this stuff, like, they go on to, like, make actually, like, real-life anime and stuff, and work, like, character art for, video games and whatnot. But then those same people get shunned for, like, doing exactly that. And don't get me started on the characters who, like, God, remember fucking Dan Green getting, for that, for Temptation? Yes, I know the name of that. I also saw that. But, yeah, I was like, they will not let that man live that down. It's like, you voicing hentai? That's like scum of the earth type shit, man. What's wrong with you? I just look back on it and just like, oh, those hentai English dub be crazy. Wait a minute. I punched the other Shikamaru out. I was like, wait a minute, which one am I? Man, do not even get me started on the train wreck that is the Princess 69 English dub. Cause I was like, oh, this is hell. This is I'm not finding this hot anymore. Cause I was like, they sound so goddamn uncomfortable, and that's another reason to this day I refuse to watch like any like ecchi anime. Like I can't. Like they sound uncomfortable, and I'm not for that. I'm like, I'd rather you be comfortable doing this. Like your good old Japanese counterpart. You're not, and it fucking shows in your voice. I'm like, again, prime examples like fucking DXD. I was like, I can't watch this shit dub. I was like, no. And in Heaven's Lost Property case, the reason I didn't watch that dub was good old Greg Ayers. I don't know, because people complained about Laura Bailey and Troy Baker, same voice, like, they get all the roles. You do not want the hell that is fucking Greg Ayers literally doing that, because I was like, he was in that, he was in Rosary Vampire, Escune, and I was like, fuck this guy. I was like, I don't want to hear him. Dead. But I was like, no. He's my personal of like, I don't want to hear this dude in my animes. Also Clonad, because I also got a dub, and he was male best blind dude in that, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't mess with this. So yeah, it's your turn, you goddamn super perv.
Get ready.
Yeah, I will be the first one to tell you, like, I am very comfortable in, like, you know, I won't go out of my way to, like, tell you, like, hey, man, keep that to yourself, like, unless it's, like, really out there, like, don't tell me, like, you like more of the stream stuff, don't tell me that, like, Goro and Snuff, like, don't tell me that. Don't share that with me. Like, those are, like, two of my most blacklisted terms, so don't do that. I was like, there's a reason I blacklist this stuff, and I don't need to be reminded of this. Like, God, I don't know how people can get off on that, but I was like, I don't kink shame. It's just that some things I just question, or it's like, how do people find this attractive, and just be like, yeah, this is hot, this is really turning me on. It's like the foot thing, all right? Like I'm not even gonna say like, you know, I like Like, I don't have one because I do. It's just like people go over the top with it, where it's just like, no, just prime example, fucking Dan Snyder, like his entire thing, like find out all that, like what he wanted kids to do with, and how much he literally like show feet everywhere, like that is an example of just like, no, we don't claim this dude. Like I don't know who thought this was good. Like put like okay, put let me put it in this way. You know how people get on jury for like doing that, like how she has like leg wraps and whatnot. Like she basically is wearing stirrups and whatnot. It's like that. Like I like characters like that. I'm like that's how like I treat my foot fetish like that. Where it's like you know, but like bonus points if they also have like the toenail polish too. Like, but not to the point just like I need you to like step in something and like that's how I get my kicks. Like no, just like stockings, like stirrupless, like I said, stirrup leg wear, whatever, or like you know leg wraps. That's that works for me. None of this shit where we're doing this where it's like yeah just like stomp on some grapes or whatnot and they like really zoom in on it. None of that shit. Like from the farm manga, where like how they did that shit. Like and mind you, this is also a manga I've read, so I'm just like that's disturbing. All right, I was like okay, that's laying on like extra thick. All right. Like and then like there's also like I can like get the joke too where it's like one of the things in like Defrag is that they literally joke that Kazuma has a foot fetish because like they just assume like they just like yeah he has a foot fetish like don't even because I think the visor said it and that they just ran with that where it's like where it's like, yeah, turns out he has a foot fetish, like, because, they tried to get him, like, this is what, they were trying to get him to quit the gang creation club, and they were just like, man, if you didn't have a foot fetish, you'd be, like, all over, like, Takuro and whatnot, and it's like, it's one of those things, like, I wish you guys would stop saying that about me. Like, because, like, it works in that case, because, like, Kazuma's basically, like, the straight man. Like, that's literally how it works for him. Like, that's the humor Defrag goes for. Like, Kazuma's a straight man with, like, dealing with all these eccentric fucking people. I just need one more. Just give me one more swamp of the underworld. Yeah. Maybe one more again. Oh god. Alright, let me see if I could show off dry. Get the fuck away. Get away from me. Get away from me. I'm about to see if I can show off Darius, but okay, there we go. It makes it bigger, so. What the fuck? Damn it! And what the fuck was that? I was like, alright, I'm gonna drop the fucking frogger, and she was just like, and I moved out the way like a smart person. So, ugh.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
I think Jinyi has stirrups, cause I think Lily pointed that out, and when she was playing out, she was like, oh yeah, she has stirrups. You can tell like from how her legs were. She was wearing them. My friend didn't believe those were a real thing. I was like, no, they're a legit thing. Like stirrups are real. So like yeah, you can have feet showing. So I'm like, yeah, those are legit things. She didn't believe me. I was like, Hell, that's even a tag for some stuff. Some are like, yeah, sign me right the fuck up. And then I remember it was like some other anime I was reading, like basically the premise, like I want to say Reverse Scott Pilgrim, where like I think you had to like the girl had to deal with all the 7 ex-girlfriends, so, and one of them was like really into like foot jobs, and they just like got really upset when what was it? Like now I'm drawing a blank because she was upset how it was done. Cause I think they used like I want to say oil, or they weren't. Like, yeah, I think they used oil or something. She was just like, yeah, that's not how that's supposed to work. Like, you're not supposed to do all that. It's like, oh, like, she's like, oh, they got the stock, and then they use like the oil and whatnot. It's like, okay, that's like going way too far. So it's just like, yeah, no, I can't get behind this. It's like, no, I have you. I'm gonna kill Choji because he's a threat. And also, it's goddamn fucking weird that Ino's not here. Like, it should be Ino here and not goddamn Kurenai. But again, Ino's not in this game. I'm also a thigh guy, so like, just do with that knowledge as you will. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm ashamed to admit this. I'm like, no. I'm like an open book, man. Like, they're like all access. Like, hey, man, just if you got any extreme stuff, just don't talk to me about it. I was like, I can be like, all right, that's cool to hear, but. Like the guys who are like into like who like the people who think like hentai is in real life. Like don't be that bad. Don't be those people. All right. Don't be those people, and don't be the people who actually own child porn. Like, no, just you won't get anything from me. I was like, that's no. Because one, why do you actually have that? And two, this is like totally different from, you know, probably declaring you're a lolicon. Those are 2 goddamn different things. So, and even then, I was just like, yeah, you, time and place, man. You don't need to be screaming that to the goddamn heavens. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Well, actually I do, but I was just like, no. I'm just tired of people screaming that shit to the heavens. And then, like, you got the type who say straight up, don't do that. Like, that confirms you're a pedo. And then they are the main ones with the said child porn. So I was like, every fucking time. It's like, again, the whole, I don't see color, I see, you know. Whenever someone says, I don't see color, that literally means they are low-key racist. Like, no lie. So, because that's like the most PR thing to say. So it's like, it's basically the equivalent of, I can say the N-word because I have a black friend type of situation. Like, that's what that is. Or it's like, I can say this word because I have a black friend. It's like, it doesn't work that way, man. Like, whoever told you that is lying to your face. Did I do Asuma? Yeah, I did. I think, Choji's the only one that didn't do. Yeah. But, yeah, don't do that.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
While we're already on the topic, I think last stream I talked about Sunohara and what he worked with. Like he's a prominent he does a lot of Naruto Sakura stuff. Like literally, like only I want to say two of his stuff revolved around Sasuke, and even then it was just like, you know, heat of the moment type stuff. But it's just like, because of that, like, you know, obviously, like, you're just like, oh, like, Sakura has a daughter, Sarada, so, you know, let's have history repeat itself with her. And I'm just like, because, mind you, like, Sarada's not in the case of, like, I always, like, I guess for, like, the longest, that was, like, me with Sakura, where it's like, you're only good outside the media you're in. Well, outside of, Ultra Ninja. Cause, again, in this game. Where it's like, oh, like, because I'm like, I fit Rukia in that same build, but I'm like, Rukia didn't even have, like, hentai for her. Where it's like, oh, this makes up for it. I'm like, no. That was not Rukia. So, like, that was Sakura for, like, the longest for me, where it's like, you're really good, and, like, from these dojos that read and fanfiction, Rukia, like, I want to say the same, but also, her ass is no Yorichi, I will tell you that, where it's just like, I like you both in the series you're in, and outside of the series you're in, so. But I bring that up because, yeah, he did, like, a couple books with Sarada and Sakura in it, and yeah, that's all I will say. I enjoyed those books, and I was just like, again, Sarada's like one of those characters I actually like. It's just like, I'm not just, you know, drawn to her design. It's like, and again, before like this get taken out of context, because God knows it probably will, that does not mean I will want to like literally date someone Sarada's age, like in real life. I'm tired of this conversation, man. I really am. Where it's just like, you're attracted to this physical character means you're attracted to this person in real life. No, because again, two of my favorite characters are adult drunks, and they both have massive father complexes, and I want no part of that. Where they were just like, they latch on to like the first guy that reminds them of their dad. So, no. Like, this happened with fucking Misato and Evangelion, and this happened with Sarah and Cold Steel. So, no. Rather we not do this. And then in Korakami's case, it's just like, oh, you guys only wanted her because she's your teacher, and you guys wish you could do that in real life. I'm like, not once, and I mean this seriously, not once have I ever considered dating my teacher in real life. Like, not even, like, that thought never, and I mean never crossed my mind. Not in high school, not in middle school, and not in high school, not even in college, and like the little I did of that. So I'm like, you guys are projecting to all hell. You need help. Like, you need serious help if your first thing is literally to, like, project that to, like real life situations. Like, don't do that, alright? Because I'm like, the fact that fucking Ren can date people older than him is like a blessing in itself. Because I'm like, so many times it's just like, man, and like, just think, like, if we're able to date these people, because, you know, because it'd be like that sometimes, in some cases, where it's like, man, if only, and 5 gave us that. And what do people do? They immediately shit on the adult options for that, those having the gall to even be in the game, and that these are full-fledged adults hitting on a high schooler. The audacity of it all. Couldn't pass in real life. I'm like, guys, it's a video game, alright? Just roll with it. You don't have, like, I've said countless times, you do not have to engage in any of that, alright? Romance is, like, not the main focus of Persona, okay? And you don't have to romance your teacher. You don't have to romance the golf doctor. You don't have to romance the no-good drunk reporter. You don't have to romance the fortune teller. See where I'm going with this? You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Same for Cold Steel. You don't want to romance Sarah, then don't romance Sarah, alright? You don't have to do that either. Same for Claire. So, what are we doing here, guys? Please. I'm like, this is like a debate that gets annoying every time it comes up. I'm like, no one's forcing a gun to your head saying you must romance these characters. You don't. Like, it's always been the player's choice. And the worst part are like the people who just like, well, obviously you want to do it because the character you project the character's like a self-insert. I'm like, no, the Persona characters, protagonists have never been a self-insert for me. Like, they've always been their own characters. They stand on their own. They have their own personalities. They have, you know, their own thoughts and feelings. So, oh, fuck you, man. But, I think I have enough for,
Buying something, pleasure doing business. Buying some pleasure
oh,
doing business.
God. It's like with the protagonists for, like, the Hoyoverse games, alright? You got people who literally hate any Aether mains, and same for Aether, whatever. Like, you have people hate on him for the sole reason of existing, and just like, you have the gall to ship him with multiple people. Like, again, people have multiple ships that they like, alright? That's not weird. Like, I have multiple. Like, and if they can make the harem situation work, even better. But I'm just like, I'm a multi-ship enjoyer, alright? I have some I like more than the others, and then I just have some that, you know, I like just as much. So it's never, for fuck's sake, Tadara. Yeah, people make you seem like you are literally scum for, like, being, like, considering, they automatically think you're, Aether's a self-insert on its own, because they're just like, he's not even the main character. Like, it's like, you know, they just like, oh, it's only, or it's people who are, like, upset Lumine is not in most of the art and whatnot, so I'm just like, God, make this shit make sense.
Get ready.
I just fought your ass. But yeah, that's another reason why, like, I'd stay away from, like, Hoyoverse stuff, because I'm like, the fans are fucking toxic, and I'm like, this is coming from someone who's literally, like, seeing like the Sonic fans turn on, like, everything good, because, like, and then the same for, like, Persona, because, like, you have to deal with, like, the whole SMT crowd, and they don't appreciate the fact they're just now getting their momentum back, and I'm happy for them. Like, I like my share of SMT games too, but, like, you know, like, they were nigh fucking insufferable when Persona kept getting popular. Like, they kept getting, like, new stuff. So, you know, both sides are just as bad. And then you have the, like, and I remember this, like, you had someone like, Dylan from Friends Rob Benefits saying, like, why should I play SMT 5 when I can just play Persona 5? I'm like, those are two different games, you, like, fucking casual. I'm like, and this is also coming from the same guy who literally watched, Cade, aka Ouija, go through the game. So I'm like, don't pull that shit of, like, I watched the game, therefore I know, like, I watched him play the game, therefore I know what's going on. I'm like, because both of their asses missed, like, why Makoto was, like, yeah, both of them, God, fuck off, Tamari, but, both of their asses missed, like, why, Makoto was, like, the way she was, why she was just like, why are we even helping her with this, this bank heist, why we need to show her our justice, because I'm like, because, you know, I don't know, they're using the goddamn school to sell drugs. Maybe that's why, and as student council president, she was told to do something about it, investigate it, and then afterwards, like, again, people miss this point, and it's my favorite point, is that, afterwards, like, after the Kanshiro arc, they were just like, well, why does she care about what this random-ass girl is doing? I'm like, I'm sorry, did we forget the part where, you know, they were handing drugs in her school without her knowledge until it got to the forefront? Like, where did we lose the plot here, guys? I was like, we played the same game, alright? Please tell me we played the same game, because I'm like, that's even more reason why Makoto was so, like, obsessed with that, because, again, she didn't want the same thing to happen fucking again. Crazy that! Where it's like, she has the power to stop something, and she wants to stop it. It's a novel concept. I'm like, you guys can't be fucking real right now. But I'm just like, God, man. People always miss the plot. They just want to see, like, what's there and what fits their head canon. Like, same with fucking Akechi. Like, you want to know my gripes with Akechi? And I've said this multiple times, like, on Twitter, and to my best friend, who also has gripes with him. It's the fact that everyone keeps paying him out to be a victim, right? He, like, oh my god, he's a victim of circumstances. Just think, like, if Joker was there, like, none of this shit probably would have happened. And I'm like, you want Joker to be his goddamn babysitter from, like, to tell him, like, no, that you can't do that. Like, that's not the right thing to do. You need to stop to think about this, okay? You're like, no, that's, like, no. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? I'm like, who would want that for someone to be like, yeah, this, like, I'm only here to be this person's emotional conscience and, you know, not be, like, you know, not for, like, to be a friend or whatnot, but it actually rubs me the wrong way because his ass does not own up to his mistakes. Like, he screwed over so many people in his quest for revenge, right? And he does not get his comeuppance. He gets, you know what he gets in the original game? He gets shit. He gets shot, and that's where we're just like, man, sure do feel sorry for him. He's a victim of circumstance. I'm like, he's not. He's not a victim of circumstance. He caused this. He caused all this. Like, and this is what baffles me. It's just like, he went to Shido, right? I repeat, he went to Shido, showing him the power of the metaverse and whatnot. Not Shido forced him. He went to Shido with this knowledge that, hey, I have this power. I can do this. Like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, not once was he held at gunpoint at saying, like, yeah, he forced me to go, you know, cause these mental shutdowns. It's like, no! He literally chose violence day one! Like, what are we doing? He's not this precious little boy who's been abused by the system. Like, no. No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that people are that blind to, like, what was actually happening in game. I'm like, he killed Futaba's mom. Yeah, he did that. He killed Futaba's mom, and he killed Haru's dad. So, and, you know, and again, both times, just no regard at all. You'd think he would think twice about killing Futaba's mom, but he didn't. He not one bit. Just because the thing with Akechi is that, like, he always had his mom. He's always had his mom in, like, high regard. His mom was always there for him, like, you know, like, cause, you know, dad wasn't, like, treated him like the bastard child he was, and his mom was still in love with him, and, you know, she was, like, you know, she was there for him, took care of him until, like, she died, and it's just, and then, like, because, again, Royal fleshed up on that. It's like, hey, you know, he talks about his mom a lot and like how his mom took care of him. I was like, oh, okay, I can sympathize with that. And then immediately start shit talking to his dad, and I'm like, and there it goes. There goes my sympathy every goddamn time with this man. Where it's just like every time I feel some type of emotion towards him. He does something to be like, yeah, no, fuck your sympathy. Like, and people like this. People say this is his favorite character. I'm like, not for me. He's trying to be Adachi. He's trying to be Adachi, and he fails at it. And he fails at being the best way I can describe him is that he's trying to be Accelerator. Like Accelerator, if you don't know, he's from a certain magical index and also like a certain scientific railgun. And his thing is that he's trying to be the first level 6. And to do that, he needs to constantly kill like the clones of Misaka, the Misaka clones. And it's only till like one of the clones, like Misaka herself steps in, and like the real one, and like Toma steps in, that he basically says like, you know what, maybe like that was his wake up call. Like maybe I don't need to do this. I don't need to, you know, to be a level 6. And he like, and then he finds out like is it Last Order? I think it's like he finds like another Misaki clone, right? And like he finds out that they're trying to restart the program, and he's just like, no, I can't have that again. Like I like no, like I've learned my lesson the first time. I'm not gonna let this girl die, and I'm gonna be her protector basically. And that's basically what he does. He decides like, I'm gonna repent for what I did. I'm gonna own up for what I did by protecting her. And this also came to bite him in the ass in like during like the war, and like in season 3, where another Misaki clone shows up, and he's just frozen because he's reminded of like the promise he made of like, I'm not gonna hurt any of the clones. She's like, oh, that's cool. I don't have the same reservations because I know what you did. So, like, this is Misaka worse, by the way. And she's just like, yeah, that's cute. And I don't have the same reservations, so I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. And she does for a while until, you know, Sarah gets his W. But yeah, it's just like, that's what I feel like Akeshi's trying to do. And then he also stopped like Maki from like stealing the data from it, like when he's just like during season 2, like he stops her because she's just like, okay, I just gotta sell this data and we can, like, I could get the money and they can start the project again. He's just like, no, like he literally goes out his way to stop her like towards the episode's end, and he's just like drops the coolest line. Just because I'm weaker doesn't mean that you got strong. Because Silver was like really OP. Like, because his thing was that he controlled vectors. So basically, like, he controlled the stuff around him. Oh, shut up. And then, fuck, I forgot about Kisame. So I actually gotta do story mode. I mean, survival again. So. Alright.
Don't come back until you're ready to buy something.
Oh, shut up, man. But yeah, that's how I feel like Akechi is. Like, he's trying to be that person where it's like, well, at the same time, be like, I'm an irredeemable piece of shit, but I'm like, what the fuck ever, man. Like, Adachi did that. Like, again, better. Because Adachi actually, like, served his time. Literally. Go see Persona 4 Ultimate about that. Like, he literally did that. He, like, even when he got free, even when the crisis was done, went back to his jail cell. So, I was like, that's what I think, like, they were trying to do. Like, they were trying to, like, strike lightning in a bottle twice with Akechi. With Akechi. Like, they were just like, yeah, this worked, and I will say Japan liked him. Japan, like, he kept getting all the fucking popularity charts. So much so that, like, I literally told my best friend this. I was like, watch his ass come back in Royal. And lo and behold, his ass came back in Royal. So, I still hate his ass to this day. I'm like, there's nothing redeemable about this dude. Like, I'm like, if you like him, cool. Just, you know, I bet not see you shipping him with fucking Haru or, you know, Joker. But, like, don't do that. Like, please don't. Like, don't do that. Like, the only way I can see, like, if you, like, the only passable I would give you for ship with him with Joker is if you're doing a poly ship with him, between, like, him, Sumi, and Akechi. Like, the Royal Trio. Like I said, like, that the couple's been called. Like, if you do that, sure, because it's been cute art of that. Because, you know, balancing act and whatnot. So, yeah, don't. Other than that, no. I don't do that. And this comes from, like, a guy who's just like, I can like a villain if they are, like, pure, like, unrelented, like, badass, evil villain type shit. Like, again, Terumi is my favorite character in that goddamn series. Like, because he's so goddamn unrepentant. He's literally the god of trolling. Like, he says this shit to get people mad. They get mad. He lives off this shit. So, I'm like, man. I was like, come on. And Xehanor's another one. Where he's just like, he was just like, this man is out here, like, planning for, like, fucking every eventuality. And I was like, I'm here for this shit, man. He said he wanted balance. I'm here for it. But I was just like, I just don't appreciate you taking my boy's body. That's my only complaint. I'm like, you took my guy's body. Alright? And I was like, I was all for the cause until you start doing some shit like that. I was like, no, I was like, I can't. I was like, Xehanort, you're a good villain. I was like, those are always the good ones, where it's just like, they have good intentions, but, like, they go about it the wrong way. And I was like, Vance's is also another one that goes up, like, full evil, like, I'm just here to wreck shit. I don't have a character motive. I'm just here to sow chaos and whatever. Like, I love that guy. I loved him so much. Because it's just fucking evil Sora. It's like if Sora just was like a straight up jerk. And it's ironic because he's literally voiced by Sora in both the English and Japanese version. And I'm like, I love this guy. Because he's just evil Sora telling you to goddamn die all the time and just suffer. And calling you pathetic. Stop telling me puppets are my friend. They're not my friend. Stop telling me that.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
I'm getting my voice time to cover because I've been talking a goddamn lot. So, ooh, I'm going to be filling this tomorrow. See, that time we just laugh evil. Oh my god. If I lose to Korina of all people after talking so much shit about her. Oh god. not like this, man. Dead. She deserved it. Stop saying that, you weirdo.
Get ready. First round. Begin. Useless.
I'm also just like a little bit upset that we aren't getting a Blaze Blue game anymore, because ours is just like Guilty Gear is our main thing now. So fuck you guys. get on the Guilty Gear hype or get the fuck out. And I'm like, like I said, I don't know what it is with Strife. I'm just like, I also want to say, like, it brought up, like, the worst in the fucking fan base, because I'm like, where the fuck have you guys been? Like, why are you upset that, these characters are coming out, like, you know, trans and, non-binary? Like, the Bridget discourse is, like, the craziest thing ever I've seen in a fighting game. I'm like, that's shit's crazy. Where I was like, you got mad that they confirmed like this character is this gender or sees themselves as this. I'm like that's crazy. I'm like, because they didn't do it with Testament. When they said Testament was non-binary, they were just like, oh, you know, that's, you know, I guess people got really insecure in their feelings. I'm like, okay, like, that I was like, that has to be it. Because I'm like, there's like a lot of people who just like the weird sort who just like, I play fighting games for one thing and one thing only. I'm like, that. I was like, World 31st is this, my guy. Go on that. Leave the rest of us who want to play a fighting game for gas the fighting to, you know, to that. So I'm like, you guys are weird, man. Because someone had the nerve to be like, in a like in a debate about like, you know, costumes and like games, they tried to do a gotcha with saying like the like Dead or Alive was really made for gooners. I'm like, fuck. I was like, my first response was like, first off, fuck you, and then the second result was just like, way to like reduce a game to just that. I was like, if that's the case, then tell me why fucking 6 sold so fucking terribly, and why that was kind of like the death knell for the series. If people always want to play that game to, you know, get off, tell me how that's working for them. Oh right, if they tried to go for Evo, and then they were just like, yeah, no, we can't allow that. So yeah, they banked all that money for the esports crowd, only to get rejected by said esports crowd. So they didn't even have like the stuff to like bank on it like 5 did. So it just kind of became like, you know, like it came and went. So like, and now it's at the point where like every other game other than the Sun is not even making it over here, because, you know, basically because like how Sony is now with their censorship. But yeah, we never got the like again, like the volleyball game is like literally a thing too. If you really want to be like, this series is made for these type of people, like we literally have a volleyball game, man. Like if you're that desperate to see characters like in Skippy suits, then yeah, fuck you, 1010. But if you really want to do that, then go play the volleyball game. All right. That's all I would say on that. Because I'm like, I literally played DOA for the fighting. Like, if my characters are cute while fighting, you know, good on them. But I play for the fucking fighting. I'm like, it's kind of like how the same reason people like kind of like shun Simran Kagura for doing the exact same thing, for like embracing like, man, this game is like pervy as all hell, but like it has like some really good fighting and mechanics in it. Yeah, Like like people don't want to admit that, you know. And then they just they stick with the notion in their head, and they're just like, even if you show them facts and whatnot, they will just still tell you, no, you're wrong. So it's a weird hill to die on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I was not part of that. I was like, okay, all right. I like Ayane. Ayane is just like one of my favorite characters, and you're telling me I already played as her to, you know, just to get off to her. I'm like, that's no. Like, that's a no for me, Chief. And also, it's weird that people would attack Bridget, but didn't do the same for Mai. And Mai is literally in the same boat, where it's just like, Mai literally was a guy transformed to a girl and decided, hey, I like being a girl more, so I'm gonna stay this way. So, yeah, I'm just at a loss, you know? Let me buy Kisame. Cause I'm like, you guys got some weird double standards, man.
Buying some pleasure doing business. Come back again.
Check out train led by the various types of fat. How many players? Alright, let's begin. Pick your challenge.
Well, at least the roster's coming along, so we won't be here for too long. It's just the fact that we gotta fucking do the goddamn survival so many times, so...
My sword's thirsty for more.
I was just like, I don't know where we went from. Like, why do we regress so back? Why did we regress so backwards? That's what I want to say, because I'm like, you used to have the people be like so proud that, you know, female got representation in games, right? Or it's just like, oh, this main character's a female. I'm like, that's a solid change. Like, and they badass too. It's just like more too. It's just like, and now it's just like people just like, that's a, you know, that's pandering. They're already doing this for the woke crowd and for the people who are not gonna play the game. I'm like, what? When do we do this? I was like, when do we ever start doing this? I'm like, weren't we happy that characters like Bayonetta, Samus, Chun-Li, Cammy, Kasumi, Laura, like, weren't we happy these characters existed? Where do we get to the point where it's just like, I hate that these options exist, you know? Fucking someone's brought up Naruto from fucking Heavily Sword, and I was like, yeah, what happened, guys? I'm like, remember, this was badass too, and there was a female main character too. I'm like, what? Where do we go? I'm like, where do we just go straight out to like hating women in gaming? Period. I'm like, that's something I would never understand. And then it's just like, you know, don't even get me started on the online experience. I'm like, some people just like do not know how to talk to girls like in this day and age, and just like, you will get dogged for just having like the most simplest of tastes, where it's just like, so what games do you play? Like, oh, I play The Sims or like Animal Crossing and stuff like that, and it's like, you're not a real gamer. Like, who gives you the right to say that? Like, if they play games, then, you know, that's literally all that really matters, you know? Just take it from me. Like, take it from me, who literally has like a bunch of female friends who play video games and knows them. So I'm just like, that's all that really should be a criteria. Like, do you play games? Sure. It's like, okay, that's good enough for me. It's just like, I don't need to know, like, you know, are you playing like the real in-depth stuff? I'm just like, no, like I let people enjoy what they enjoy. Same for like for anime. I'm like, when the hell did we become so goddamn gatekeeping with this shit? Where it's just like, if you're not watching a mainstream thing, like you are doing something wrong. And I'm like, where did this mindset come from? Explain to me when this happened, all right? Because I wasn't there for that. I was just like, if you had an anime you liked, that was good enough for me. Like, I would just, you know, I would recommend you some stuff, but that's about it. I was like, I'm not gonna judge you based on, like, what you fucking watch. Just trust me, I get that a lot as being a goddamn wrestling fan. I'm like, people constantly dog on, like, wrestling fans. Be like, you know it's fake, right? I'm like, and I'm like, I get entertainment out of this, so I frankly don't care. So, but like, don't let anybody else tell you that. Or it's like, it's scripted. Like, yes, like everything else. You want a cookie? I do not like the fact that he gets super armor. Get him. Thanks, water clone. Oh, you jackass. Oof. If I can make... Fuck. If I can just make one... There we go! Gotcha, bitch! Congrats, Kizame. You are also one of the ones who literally finished it. Who finished your, S rank. Fuck you. I was like, I did it, so that's all that really matters. Cause I think it's, yeah, I think everybody got one. Like, even Itachi. I got, no, okay, just Adara and Kisame of that group. Alright. Cause I think, they're gonna tell me, yeah, Kakazu and, Hyden gonna be in the shop, so.
Hey, nice timing.
Yeah, so. Almost done. So let me bring out the good old trusty calculator. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it. Alright, and plus
Don't come back until you're ready to buy something.
shut up, Bondo.
Blade fight in various types. How many players? Alright, let's begin. Who's going to fight?
Let's go.
I'll cut you down.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
Oh crap.
Battle is over.
I'll be the one to take you down. think I'm gonna, like, after this stream is done, I think I'm gonna, like read Fate, or, either watch some stuff on YouTube after this, because I'm like, I still got time until, Dynamite comes on, and also the fact that, Genshin's not updating yet. Well, like, I'm pretty sure it's on maintenance right now, but still. Like, that maintenance not gonna be done until, like, 11, so... So I think I'm just gonna do 2 more of these, and then call it a stream. Because we're gonna be right back here, because we need another goddamn 100,000. So... But again, we're nearing the end with the characters that I literally have to get, so...
First round. Begin.
And to keep my sanity, I'm also doing the goddamn mission modes as I'm unlocking these characters, because I'm like, hell no, am I doing all this again, like, in one separate stream. I'm like, this isn't like Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 where I can do that shit and be like, but no, it's not. Because this goddamn game has a shop system. I'm still upset about that. Like, oh, it wouldn't be too bad, there's no shop. And I was like, no, this is just as hellish because you don't get money like that.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
If I could, I would be dragging my brother through this, but I'm like, that's not an option, so I gotta suck this shit up and do it myself, just like how I had to do it for SA1 and SA2 both times. It's not, well, that basically came down to like, hey, you know, yeah, that came down to like, you know this game like the back of your hand, so there's literally nothing like, nothing that will surprise you. So like, you're confident in doing this. Part of me wonders if I make the attack power like the 4 again, like I did for Clash, like it would, like Clash of Ninja 2, and make it faster. But then the other part of me is just like, I'll cut you down. It's a shame they never brought fucking Zabuza Haku back. Like, I get that, you know, Kisame basically outright replaces Zabuza, and like, he's also alive, unlike Zabuza, but still. Like, that's why I've always had like a soft spot for, Tyson 4, because like, it has like my favorite roster. Like, it has Sound 4, it has Haku Zabuza, like, it's just like, damn, man, like, I kind of wish, like, that got a remaster. I wish, like, this entire series got a remaster, but that's not in the cards anymore because, again, the company went under, so it's one of those things where it's like, you don't know who has the right to this thing, so let's not pretend like you do. It's like the Metabot situation where it's just like, pretty sure you gotta get the goddamn Dragon Balls if you want to see a chance of this coming back, because like Bandai, Namco sure the hell ain't doing anything about this. And reminder that Clash of Ninja Ultimate Ninja Revolution never got a re-release. Strange. I was like, the one, and I say this, the one fucking like Ultimate Ninja game like I like by a large margin compared to like the future stuff, it never got a re-release. I was like, it's weird. I'm like, you made all these collections and not a single goddamn one has Revolution in it. I'm like, it's not even, Generations isn't even in there. And I'm like, that's even more crazy because you did that because, you know, that was supposed to be like a fill-in game for Storm 3. And that also never got re-released. And I like, that brought in the whole, substitution system. Like, you literally have a meter for substitution now. So, the fact that that never got, re-released is weird. And I was like, and especially fucking, Revolution. Because I'm just like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Mecha Naruto is in this game, and he only appeared in fucking Revolution, so why is he fucking here in 4? So, like, obviously I knew who the hell he was, because that was hyped up to be like, oh my god, Kishimoto's designing an original character for this game. I was like, oh shit, we're getting something like Kaguya Bando for this game, like, or like Komochi and Toa. You know what the big reveal was? It was fucking Mecha Naruto. And I was like, that still pisses me off to this day. Where it's like, you hype this shit up only to be like, oh, it's another version of an existing character. Fuck you, man. Oh, crap. I fumbled that. Did not fumble this. Get rid of that chakra too and dead.
It's over. Winner.
But yeah, I'm just like, man. But I'm like, crazier things happen. Like, Power Stone is literally coming back after God knows how many years after Power Stone Collection for the PSP. So I'm like, crazier things have happened. Bubsy kept getting sequels in current year. I was like, again, crazier things have happened. I try to forget that Bubsy kept getting sequels. So I'm like, you fucks kept giving this guy stuff and didn't do the same for like Spyro. Spyro's in hell right now because fuck Activision. So Toys for Bob went independent. They had them like in the fucking Call of Duty mines, and now that they're gone, like it's just like, hey, like we went independent, and all these plans for like a Crash crossover game and Spyro, yeah, no, we said no to all of that, and I'm like, I hate it here. I'm gonna need you to capture him. Thank you, buddy. Oh god. I don't like it when companies do shit like that, where like you're still wrong for like releasing a good game that people like. Like the latest example of this was Tango Studios with Hi-Fi Rush, because that was like the worst example, because fucking Microsoft was just like, yeah, no, we're shutting this down. Even though they literally said in an interview they wanted more stuff like that, like where it's just like, oh, it's just like, you know, we want more stuff like that win awards, and then like literally shut it down. So I'm like, I don't get you, man. But this is also the same company who had the bright idea to be like, we don't have any exclusives. What should we do? We should buy the studios who make them. And anyone will tell you that was a dumb idea. Right, Kisame? But yeah. But Jesus, man, there was just so much. Oh. Again, I'm just gonna do one more and call it quits. So let's go, Shikamaru. Shut up.
Get ready. First round. Begin.
again, hate what they did to him in Boruto. I'm like, what the hell happened to you, Shikamaru? This is my Shikamaru.
Power. Winner. Get ready. First round.
Wait, how can you use his sand? It's fucking water everywhere.
First round. Begin. Battle is over. Winner. Every piece says it. Get ready. First round.
I love how for like the longest we all thought Mirai was gonna be a fucking boy, only to find out Mirai's a goddamn girl. Where it's like, it's the king piece that like, cause you know, Kurenai and Asuma's like kids, and it's like, oh.
Get ready.
Cause I think that's why she's like, that's literally why her ass stopped showing up in the Shippuden manga. Like the anime took liberty. It's like Kurenai in the Shippuden manga, like after like that was her only screen time. So it was like Shikamaru telling her like, hey, Asuma's dead, so we gotta look after the kid though.
Over here.
I just thought it was crazy to kill off Asuma just for like that one character moment, and nothing happened afterwards. I'm like outside of like, you know, the whole Shikamaru killing hiding thing, but I'm like, that's, well, quote unquote killing, but still.
First round. Begin.
No, like I get it's supposed to be character development for the team, but I was like, I feel like they were in the same goddamn stump like afterwards, because I'm like, again, Naruto did not focus on like every other team got like one. Well, like the only other team outside Team 7 that got some type of development was literally Team 10, and that was only because of that. And it's like they still need to get the like they still needed to be like Naruto to be Kakuzu, so. It's just one of those things where it's like, then what was the point? Like, what was the point of like giving these characters this moment if you're just gonna have the main character swoop in and just, you know, do the main character shit? Like, it's like my main problem with Bleach, where it's like literally all their problems were solved by fucking Ichigo, and I'm like, this dude he didn't even know he was a fucking. He was a Soul Reaper for, like, had all these powers, and then you want to put all your, like, you want to make him the solution to all your goddamn problems you old assholes could have fixed. Like, I don't know, why is there a hierarchy in fucking heaven, in the afterlife? I'm like, that will never, like, not upset me, because I'm like, that shit makes no sense, where it's just like, oh, we still have a class system. We got the we got the rich people, we got the nobles, and we got the peasants and the people on the streets. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I'm like, you guys are dead. You're like your spirits, for God's sakes. Why is there like a hierarchy here? And then it didn't help that fucking they dropped the bombshell. Like, oh, by the way, hell exists. I'm like, oh, of course, hell exists. Like. When souls are too powerful to be destroyed and reincarnate, they get sent to hell. And then, like, that's where you're just like, and that's where I was gonna bring Bleach back. That was gonna be the next saga of Bleach. I'm like, cause, you know, like, Yamato was like a given. Yamato was a given. I think, Yachiru was another given. And, I forgot who I want to say, Quincy guy, but I'm not too sure. But I was like, I know Yamato and fucking Yachiru were givens.
ready.
You want to talk about, like, rare pair? Like, fucking Ichigo and fucking Yatsuru, man. And I mean adult Yatsuru. Like, Unohara. Like that one. Where she was just like, because there's, like, a Bleach fan trick I like two to be exact. Like, one's, Ichigo Awakens, where, like, it does the thing of, like, character, like, realize what's up with him. Like, what's up with, like, their situation before, like, the actual plot starts, and is prepared for it. And,
First round. Begin.
I think, I forgot what the other one was called, but, the premise is basically that, instead of Rukia being the Soul Reaper being sent for him, it's Nemo. So, and she ends up, like, teaching, like, Ichigo, like, a lot more stuff, and it shows. So. And, like, one of the things that they do is, instead of Zaraki, he fights at the heel, it's Yatsuru. And she reveals that her name is Yatsuru. She doesn't say, like, oh, it's, Ritsu Unohara. It's just like, no, my name is Yatsuru. And he calls her that every time he sees her, because she went all out, blood and everything. So, and she's just like, she's interested in his growth. She wants him to grow stronger, and because of that, she basically tells him straight up, like, yeah, I wanted, because she's upset with how Kenpachi's, progress has been, how he stalled, where it's just like, I want him to get stronger, but instead, he stagnated. You, on the other hand, I see potential in you. I can see you getting stronger, and I'm gonna try to get that out of you. So that's how their relationship started. And then Ison, I think it's her name, like her lieutenant, she becomes like part of that too, because harbors a crush on her captain, and because captain's interested in Ichigo, wants to get with that. So like, I thought it was good. It's a large tangent sound, just like, yeah. Those have to be like the best Bleach fix, where Ichigo actually learns fucking Kido and doesn't rely on just fucking Getsu Tenjos everywhere. But anyway, I'm done for this stream. Like, we're halfway through, guys. But God, it's just so much grinding, I swear to God. And the worst part is, like, some of these bastards are gonna cost 100,000 again. So we're just gonna be right back to square one grinding. So I'm just like, God, we can't even do the thing where it's just like, oh, just do this many fights, and that's all you get. I'm like, you can't even do that shit. So I'm just, for my sanity, I'm just gonna stop it here. So thank you guys for watching, as always, and it's just a few more characters to go, a few more missions to go. I'll see you Thursday.